Are you counting up or down?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to our Season 2, Episode 3 of our Tipsy Texan podcast with your host, Ernesto and
David.
And Daniel.
Today we're gonna be talking about two very interesting beers that we found. First of all, we're gonna start with our Wild Blue. I don't know if anybody's heard of that. It sounds awesome. And our Saint Arnold White Noise.
Yeah, these beers sound pretty exciting. So.
Yeah, and on this episode, these beers were actually picked up from our local grocery store, so hopefully you can pick them up at
your local
somewhere
grocery
nearby.
store.
Right. Yeah. So why don't we just go ahead and get started?
Well, before that, actually, I want to interrupt Ernest because actually Ernest was on vacation this weekend.
Dang. Yeah.
Ernest, I want to ask you, how did that go?
Well, man, it was awesome.
Where were you at, man? Where were you at?
We were in Angel Fire, New Mexico, close to Colorado, and we went skiing. I had never been skiing before. My wife has never seen snow before, so this was an awesome experience, man. It was
really?
Great.
Yeah.
I would recommend it to anyone that has never gone skiing. It's beautiful out there.
So, what did you bring us?
Well, I bought you guys. I have it right here.
Oh,
I got you guys some magnets.
Oh, okay.
I got you, David, this little skeleton Angel Fire
skeleton
snowboard. Because you're a little devil. I know you.
Yeah. Oh, thanks very much. I'll put that right on my little mic stand.
And
what
about me?
Danny, I got you another little snowboard magnet. It's a little more subtle because, you're a little subtle.
I guess this is after everything we get back after, TTP paid for his vacation.
That's right.
Yeah.
They take care of
our
me.
employees.
Yeah.
He's actually getting reimbursed for all of the gas, the hotel, actually it wasn't a hotel, it was a resort.
Wow.
That's right, man.
So
he bought a resort.
Hey, when you do what you love and you do it well, you get reimbursed and you get taken care of. That's what I love about Tipsy Texan.
Well,
all meals included.
So you had a great time, right?
I had a really awesome time. So anyway, why don't we just go ahead and get started on this?
All right, sounds good.
Let's open our Wild Blue.
Yeah, for sure.
And let's just get started
pop
right
that
off the bat. Let's open it.
There you go.
Oh,
There you
that
go.
sounded nice.
I'm gonna pour mine out in a glass, actually. So.
All right, so what do you think of the label? What attracted you to the label, David?
Oh yeah, well actually I picked out this beer this week,
good.
Wild Blue.
Yeah.
Actually, to be honest, I've actually tried this before in the past, and I actually liked it. Thought it'd be something interesting, something different that Job would want to try. It's actually it is a premium blueberry lager. So I thought it'd be something different. We've tried rice lagers, we've tried regular pale ale. I thought y'all wanted to try something new.
Something sweet.
Yeah, pretty
Wild
sweet.
Blue.
Yeah.
Okay, well let's go ahead and taste it.
All right.
We poured it on. I poured it on the glass, and right off the bat, I just want to talk about it real quick.
Yeah.
It's got a nice head. It's not lasting very long. It kind of disappeared quickly. It's got a little purple haze, which is it's nice. It's pretty, but
almost looks like to be honest, almost looks like wine.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
I mean,
have you ever tried sangria?
Oh yeah. It almost looks like the Topo Chico sangria.
Yeah.
Super Mexican.
So,
Ernest, you should know about that since you're super Mexican.
You calling me a sangron?
Matter of fact, I think your back is still wet. Get him a towel, Danny.
Okay.
But what do you think overall? Well, just give us what you think about it after tasting it.
So as I'm tasting this beer, right off the bat, it says 8%. So I can I can taste the alcohol in it, and it's very sweet. I'm not into sweet beers because that's not my thing.
That's surprising. I always see you bending your wrist so. So fluently.
No. This is not going to do this. It would have to be a different type of beer, or maybe a wine when I bend my wrist like that, But that'll never happen because I'm a dude.
Oh, okay. Well,
what do you think? David?
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. It's on the sweet side.
Yeah.
But it is something different. This is actually brewed by the Anheuser-Busch brewery.
Oh, okay.
A little bit surprising,
And it used to be brewed by a craft brewery here in not here in Texas, but here in the United States. They got bought out, so
Really?
And
yeah,
I don't blame them. If a big company like an Anheuser-Busch is going to buy me out for a few $1 million, I'm gonna sell out too.
So after you said that, it's a big corporation, Anheuser-Busch. I didn't know that. And first of all, I'm not into big corporations. I like the microbreweries. I like the
Small crafts.
And this is not my beer. First of all, I don't even. It's a sweet beer. That's my opinion.
It's actually considered a fruit / vegetable beer.
Really?
Yeah. So it's actually in its own category.
Okay.
It's kind of malty, kind of like a malt liquor.
Yeah, and
you're right.
I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. It's the ABUs or the ABV alcohol by volume is 8%, which is pretty good.
Yeah, for
considering
a
it's a fruit vegetable.
Yeah.
It's actually a fruit.
Yeah, fruit.
It's actually fruit.
So
So basically, it's a cheap artificial juice. That's how I taste it, with a slightly alcohol edge. It's way too sweet. Not very enjoyable. I'm sorry.
That's your review.
That's true.
Yeah. What do you think, Danny? Your overall.
Yeah, it's very fruity. It kind of tastes like soda, like a hard soda.
Yeah.
I've never tried hard soda, but in my head, that's kind of like
what comes to mind.
Yeah, what I would imagine it would a hard soda would taste like.
Well, did you ever do this? Maybe it's just me, but when I was a little kid, I would get like grape juice and I would pour it on the glass of wine and act like I was like, like an awesome kid, with my little sip of wine.
Yeah.
I guess this is kind of what this.
Yeah, no,
like.
I think that was just you.
That was just me. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Did you wear your little dress when you did that?
Yeah, I did actually. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, me too.
I was very. All right, so let's talk about it, David. 1 to 10, would you recommend it to your buddies?
Well, look, guys, y'all may disagree with me, but after having a couple of these, alcohol by volume means a lot to me, mainly because sometimes I just kind of go for the feeling. Oh. And this beer actually doesn't sit heavy, so I don't feel bloated. I can take a couple of these and I feel pretty good.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go ahead and rate this. I'm gonna rate this a 7. 7 out of 10 because it's not bad tasting. I actually really like the taste, and I really like how it sits light on my on me. I could take a couple of these and not feel full. I could be eating something with it, and that's pretty important to me. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 7 overall.
Okay.
Price wise, I think this ran for about $9 for a 6-pack.
Oh, really? Okay.
So price wise, it's pretty good also. So go ahead and give it
pretty
around
average,
7.
right?
For being a net from Anheuser-Busch, it's kind of expensive for a 6-pack.
Well, then again, it is. It's not just a regular lager; it's a fruit lager. So
it is mass produced though.
Yeah.
Huh. All right. So, Danny, what you think about it? And from a 1 to 10, would you recommend it to your buddies?
As far as tipsiness goes, I would actually give it a 10. But overall, I would give it a 6. I mean, it's good if you're at a bar and drinks are $15 a piece or like $15 a beer. Definitely a Wild Blue.
Wow, that's expensive.
$15
a beer.
That's the only reason I'll get it.
Where is that $15 a beer?
Kung Fu Saloon.
Okay.
Here in Houston.
Right.
But it's kind of like drinking a grape soda.
Okay.
But you're getting tipsy off of it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think about it, Ernest?
Dude. Oh well, it's not my cup of tea. I'll tell you that because I am. I'm more into. It's too fruity, and I'm not into fruity beers. You know. So on a rating of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it a 5.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a 5 because I'm right in the middle of. I like that it gives me that buzz, like right away. Like it's got 8%. You want the quick buzz? Take it. Drink a couple of these.
Yeah.
But if you're about tasting and enjoying the taste flavor of a beer, I don't care for it. You know? So that's what I think about it.
Yeah, I think overall this beer has a couple pros and a couple cons.
Yeah, definitely what Ernest said. If you're about the taste of the beer, it ranks low. But if you're going off of a feeling, then it has a high score.
I mean, you might as well get a malt liquor. Like
double IPA.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
But it is different. we talk about on the side of a lot of guys' side, but hey, maybe the chicks like this. A lot of girls like little fruity things.
Yeah.
So, if you're a girl listener, go ahead and try this out. I think you would like it.
If you have a date, you're taking your girl out on a date. Let's say you're not married or nothing. You got your first date. Use this. Give them this because it's sweet. They're gonna like it, and they're gonna get nice and buzz. And then they'll talk more, and it'll be easier conversation.
And they'll tell you your secrets, and then tell you how nice guy you are, right?
Yeah, just don't take advantage of them because I'm a gentleman. I would never do that.
Exactly. Or you're Tipsy Texans, so we're gentlemen.
That's right.
Very good.
All right.
So I'm guessing overall, we give this beer a medium thumb.
A medium.
I mean, say we none of us. What'd you rate it again, Ernest?
A 5.
Okay, 7. I gave it a 7.
I gave it a 7.
Yeah. So.
All right. So I just have a question for y'all before we end this segment.
Okay.
Where would you take a 6-pack of this beer to? What environment?
Well, I think I'd take it to a party that was thrown by a girl. Yeah. I wouldn't take this to a guy party at all or a barbecue. Well, you know what? I think I would take it to a barbecue. Have some of the females try this.
Yeah.
I wouldn't tell any of the guys to try it, but the females.
I would probably take it to a quinceañera or a baby shower because the girls would like that.
Yeah. Hey, but it's not hard to drink, right? I mean,
no, it's not. It's very easy to drink.
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't taste bad, but it's not.
Yeah, it's not you.
It's not. Well,
yeah.
I don't know.
Good.
Yeah. It's weird though that they make it look like it's a beer.
Yeah, it's actually in a dark can. Yeah. It's a dark bottle. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Very good.
To each his own.
Yeah, in the label you actually see it's kind of like a drawn cartoon of a pit bull or a bulldog.
A bulldog, like an English bulldog.
Blueberry bag. And it says premium lager with natural flavors and color from juice.
But you know what I'm gonna say, for it being Anheuser-Busch, this is kind of a left field. It's kind of going off the grid a little bit for them. They're used to light, lagers. Just
well, they do buy out small. Breweries,
talking about that, they actually bought out Carbach.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
What?
Last week. Yeah, last week didn't we not mention it in the podcast?
I think we did.
Yeah, they bought out Carbach, so they got to deal with Carbach. They're gonna go ahead and increase the barrel rate to about 150,000 barrels a year.
Wow. Okay.
For Carbach. Hopefully,
What do you personally think about the buyout?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. If a big company asks me, offer me millions to buy out my company. But
wait. It's not buying out your company. It's actually buying out your baby. I mean, it's something you grew up from the bottom up. It's something you care about. Something you have a passion about. Are you really gonna get bought out?
Well, if they let me brew it, I will.
Okay.
You're getting bought out, so they're gonna take over.
Well, actually, that's not the case with Carbach, though. They're gonna let them still brew it. Yeah, they're just gonna expand the brewery for them.
Yeah.
So, they get to still brew it here in Houston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's and I guess it depends on the situation.
All right.
Yeah. Whatever.
Well, I mean, looking at the label.
Sorry for the smacking, guys. We've been chewing on some curly fries.
Yeah, we're hungry.
Yeah.
Okay, so looking at the label, my idea of what I see on this label is this English bulldog crapping out a cranberry. That's how I feel.
Cranberry.
Blueberry. Sorry.
Yeah.
He's crapping out a blueberry.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel about it. I would do the same about this beer. Yeah. So I don't like it.
Well, guys, I guess that does it for the first part of the show. Review of this Wild Blue beer by Anheuser-Busch. You know what? If you're a female, go out there and try it. If you're a guy that's picky, we don't really recommend this too much.
No.
God, there was something I was going to say, but I forgot.
You forgot. All right, guys. So this is we're going to call it.
Yeah, we're gonna call it a okay beer. Okay,
try it once beer.
Try it once beer. Yeah, just for the fun. All right. So the next part of the show, we're gonna be talking about
it's Saint Arnold's.
Saint Arnold's White Noise.
Yeah, White Noise.
I had never heard about this. It has to be new. and I'm excited to
Yeah.
talk about this beer.
Yeah. So
Can't
we're
wait.
gonna talk about that, and we're still gonna be talking about a little topic, about the show. They got a little bit, how do you say, how would you say? We had something planned for the show for you guys, but someone canceled on us. We're gonna talk about the next part of the show, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna take a little break, and we'll be right back, and we'll talk about the new not the new, but just the White Noise by Saint Arnold Brewery. So we'll be back in 1 minute. Stay tuned.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to our second half of our podcast. Today, right now, we're about to try our second beer,
Which is
it's called Saint Arnold White Noise. I don't know if anybody's heard of this one. I hadn't heard about it before.
Man, you got a lot of mic movement over there.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah.
But, this beer is a new beer to me. I love Saint Arnold. I've been to the brewery a few times, and it's a great place to go if anybody hasn't gone yet.
Yeah. Just pouring this beer right out into a glass.
Yeah, what do you think?
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I get that totally unfiltered view looking at this beer. Usually, the beer's a little clearer. Is that just me, or is that what y'all see too?
no, actually, it's a witbier, which is this is a Belgian style witbier, which is a witbier means white beer in German or Belgian, I believe.
Oh,
And
nice.
it's not filtered, so you get a lot of haziness through it.
No.
I don't know if you can
And-
see through the glass.
No,
No.
you actually cannot.
It looks like a wheat beer.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
actually, yeah.
It's actually hazy or fuzzy because you can't see through it. It's
You
not
know-
filtered.
I'm not gonna lie. I just took a whiff of this beer.
Let's smell it.
Smells very good.
Let's
I'll go ahead and let Ernest smell some of that. I don't know. It smells very rich. Even though
does.
the color is hazy, it looks very bold, very
Yeah.
full bodied.
Nice head. Nice head.
It makes me feel a little, excited to try this beer.
Yeah, and this is actually a dry hopped beer. So, for any of you that don't know what dry hopped means, it's kind of like a raisin. A regular grape turns into a raisin when it's dried in the sun,
Yeah.
and it intensifies the flavor. So, if you take a hop and you dry it in the sun, it intensifies the hoppy flavor.
Okay.
But with this
Interesting.
beer, you don't really get a hoppy feel. You get more of a citrusy feel.
Wait, you tasted it already?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Well, let's taste it. We have me and
Yeah,
David haven't tasted it.
It's,
Go ahead.
Oh yeah. I
do
off
you
the
think?
bat get a little bit of that a little bitterness off the back. I just took another sip. Very smooth, but I do taste that little hopsy feel. That little, almost very flavorful, very rich. But it's good, and it's good and it's drinkable. What do you think about it, Ernest?
I think, it's got, as I taste it, it's got like I feel like I'm tasting like lemons, wheat.
Yeah.
It's got that, like, I could probably eat this, drink this with a pasta.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think, it would go good with a pasta.
okay.
Because it's got that freshness to it and that, lemony taste, and then, so the more I sip into it, the more richness I'm tasting past like that loud lemon.
Yeah,
that
it
you
is. It
taste
is
initially.
very crisp.
Yeah. It's reminding me more of that pasta that I mentioned before.
Okay.
So, that's
You
what
must
I
be
think
hungry.
about it. Yeah.
So this is actually brewed here in Houston, Texas, by the Saint Arnold's Brewery Company.
Yeah.
Quick little fact. Actually, the Saint Arnold's Brewery Company is the oldest craft brewery in Houston. So a little props to them, for being the oldest craft brewery here in Houston, Texas.
And this is actually a seasonal beer, so it's only available during the winter.
Oh, that's true.
Okay.
That's true. And the alcohol by volume is average about 5%.
Yeah.
5%, so
Yeah.
it's
It's pretty average
Normal,
for a beer. Yeah.
So actually, the Saint Arnold's brewery shipped out its first keg of beer in 1994. So they've been around a pretty long time. About 22 years.
23 years.
Yeah.
22, 23 years. So
I mean, that's not too long.
I mean, that's we got 2 years on it, so it's been around a while.
Yeah.
Before we even thought about beer, it's been around. So
I mean, you always got to support your local brewery here in Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
So.
yeah. So
All right. Well, yeah.
I like this beer. It's very crisp. It's very good when it's cool. I would definitely recommend this to my friends. Although, if you tried St. Arnold's before, I feel like this white noise is lacking a little bit of something unique about it. It's very good. It's drinkable, but does it stand out to any other, through any other St. Arnold's beer to me? No, I don't think so. It almost reminds me of Blue Moon. So, is it unique to me and flavor? In my opinion, no. But would I pick it up if I see it at the store? Yes, I would. Would I bring it to a party? I would.
You mentioned that the taste of it's crisp and cool, and we're in winter right now. So, do you think it's appropriate for the winter, or do you think it'd be better in the summer?
Yeah, actually, I was thinking about that because it's a crisp, refreshing flavor. Yeah. So I don't know why it's a winter beer when it should be a summer beer.
I think so too.
That's true.
Yeah. It's still nice. It's a respectable beer. I would introduce it to a friend. So anyway, let me ask real quick, David. From 1 to 10, what do you give it, and would you recommend it to a friend?
I'm gonna go ahead and give this a solid 8,
okay.
And I would recommend it to a friend. It's good. It's tasteful. Although it is only available during the winter. Yeah, I'd pick it up. The price is actually... Who picked up this beer?
Yeah, how much was it?
I did in a 12-pack was $13.99. So, I mean, not bad.
Well, I see that as a little high for me. Knowing that it's actually brewed in Houston and it's right around the corner.
You also got to consider it is considered craft. It's not mass-produced. So...
Yeah, but neither is there... Santos or something like that. It's available year round.
Yeah.
And it's going for a little less than that. It's going for $9-10.
Okay.
But over the price, I think it's a little high. And I think I could probably agree with me on that one.
Maybe because it's a seasonal beer, that's why they raise up the price a little more.
Yeah.
And if you actually go to a bar, they would give you this beer with a slice of orange.
Really?
Yeah. So, like with we're gonna take a quick restroom break because David has to pee.
Nah, I don't have to pee. I was just suggesting that I really need to go pee. Sorry,
guys.
So
we've been talking about this.
We just edit this out. I just had to go use the restroom.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry,
it totally cut off.
You have a tiny woman's bladder. You have to
no, actually, no.
5 minutes.
I hold it in pretty good.
Oh, you did?
Oh, I thought I did.
You did.
Okay, so guys, overall, what do we give this beer? We're gonna do an overall summary of this beer. Ernest, go ahead and go first.
So, what I think about this beer, I'm gonna give it a 7.
Good.
It's got a nice little lemony taste, like I said before, a wheat beer. I would recommend it because it's Saint Arnold. I love Saint Arnold, no matter what.
Yeah,
they can't go wrong. And so I'm going to go to 7. I would recommend it to my friends. And it's interesting. So
yeah,
all right. So
sounds good.
What about you, David?
Well, I already gave my rating on it. Actually,
yeah, he did.
You did?
Yeah.
What was your rating?
You must be faded. I said a 7.
A 7. Yeah. Danny, what do you think about this beer?
I'm actually gonna give it an 8.
An 8. Okay. Why?
Sorry.
Okay.
This is. You okay? So nobody can see this, but he's making a weird face because he's
burping up a storm.
This is a Belgian witbier, which is a white beer, and this is the same style as a Blue Moon. And actually, before we started this podcast, my go-to beers were I only had two. It was Shiner Bock or Blue Moon. And Blue Moon is actually a witbier or witbier. And this
We don't know how to pronounce
this
things.
is actually an upgrade from a Blue Moon.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I love Blue Moon.
Yeah, and
I like this better than Blue Moon.
but the thing about bars is like
I don't.
I do. I mean,
Me too. I
like-
think Blue Moon has too much orange.
well, whenever you go into onto a bar, they put an
Uh-huh.
orange slice
Uh-huh.
in your beer.
Uh-huh.
But I think that's kind of degrading the beer.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So what do you give it? What number do you give it? And would you recommend it to your friends?
I'll give it an 8. And it's kind of like whenever you put
Oh, crap.
fruit into your beer, it's kind of like if I don't know, like in your wedding night, it's kind of like, oh, your wife is beautiful, but you tell her, oh,
I'm tired.
hey, you're beautiful, but do you mind putting on this mask?
What?
And
What? Oh, dude, we definitely edit
no,
this out.
this beer is
Okay.
is what the brewmaster intended it to be, without no fruit. I mean, you gotta drink this straight with no fruit.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's how we're doing it.
yeah, we are.
Yeah.
And-
So overall, we give this beer a thumbs up.
Yeah,
Tipsy Texan approved, right,
Yeah.
guys?
Yeah.
So go ahead and try this beer. This is Saint Arnold's White Noise. It is only available during the winter, so catch it when you can, guys.
That's right. That's right.
Before we close out, we're gonna have Ernest. He's been dying.
I have a joke.
He's been dying to tell this
All right.
joke.
I
Go
want
ahead.
to tell a joke. Okay. How many men does it take to open up a Saint Arnold White Noise beer?
I know.
How many?
2.
It takes 3 Tipsy Texans.
No. It takes none. Your girl should have this beer open for you on the table right now.
Wow.
Which is
That's
what-
true.
Yeah.
I want to apologize to all our feminist listeners out there. We do not mean to offend you. Your wife is staring at you right now.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Babe, open my beer. I love you.
Well, guys, this is going to be the last time we hear Ernest on this podcast. Rest in peace, Ernest. His wife actually murdered him after this episode.
What'd you say, babe?
No sex tonight.
What?
Dang.
And
Well, guys.
No text tonight.
No text
so
tonight.
No text
so-
tonight.
No texting.
Well, guys, we want to thank you
See
guys
you
for
off.
listening on this episode of Tipsy Texan Podcast. We want to go ahead and tell you, go ahead and reach out to us on our Instagram at Tipsy Texan Podcast. Correct, right, Danny?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, correct. And also,
Most certainly, absolutely, extraordinarily,
correct. Thank you very much.
absolutely.
So you go ahead and
Correct.
reach us out on Tipsy Texan Podcast on Instagram, and also send us your suggestions on what beer we should try for our next episode, and we'll give you a shout out on Tipsy Texan Podcast at gmail.com. So don't forget to let us know your suggestions on that. Next week we're gonna have some very exciting beers for you. And we
well-
apologize.
Also, tell them about our official Tipsy Texan merchandise.
Well, we're working on it, guys. This is actually supposed to be a secret. We're gonna have some Tipsy Texan merchandise available for sale soon. So stay tuned for that.
And lastly, I just want to mention this is our last podcast of the year
Of 2016, yes.
2016. And I just want to do a quick review of our past Tipsy Texan
Dude, thank you for
podcasts.
bringing that up.
I just wanted to say I've only been in 3 episodes lately, and so far, and I've had an awesome time with you guys. I think I want to continue this next year.
Thank you.
With positive notes. I want more viewers. I want more people liking us on Facebook and Instagram. I want us to be around the world.
on YouTube.
I want to
Oh, we actually just signed a contract with YouTube. Our the CEO of Tipsy Texan
Really?
podcast met with the CEO of YouTube, and we actually signed a contract.
Really?
Yeah,
You're just telling me this now? I didn't know. I had no idea.
yeah. It will say
How did you have no idea? You're the
$3.7
CEO of
million contract.
How much?
But we
How much? No, how much was it?
3.7 million.
What?
we actually have in the room John Featherweight. He is the official YouTube broadcaster, and he is recording us live as we speak. He is here. He actually had to fly out from
Okay.
LA.
Obviously, Danny is faded.
Anyway, so that's our.
Talk about some of the beers that we like.
Wait.
Of 2016.
2016.
The best
What's the
beers that we've
favorite
had.
beer you've had so far?
The best beer that I've had so far.
LDM.
Besides-
in our podcast.
LDM.
Well,
Was,
it can be anything.
No. It has to be on our. No, it has to be on our podcast.
Yeah. My favorite beer was that milk.
LDM milk stout, right?
Yeah, that
LDM.
was my favorite beer.
Yeah.
So far,
Yeah.
I gave it. I think I gave it a 9 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Danny?
I'm actually gonna pass. I gotta think about it, but I'm gonna pass the question on to David. So, Mike, pass. Mike,
Okay.
pass,
Well, so we reviewed a couple of beers. We did not review Rodeo Clown, but I'm gonna go ahead and give my my vote to Wicked Ram IPA. Yeah, it really impressed me. Being a Shiner Box First IPA, they went into a different direction on that. So very good, very outstanding beer, very flavorful, very different, unique from the crowd. So I'll go ahead and go with that. Wicked Ram IPA. Try it if you haven't tried it.
Yeah, Shiner IPA Wicked Ram is definitely a worthy mention, but I'm gonna have to go with the Bombshells from
Southern Star.
Southern Star Brewery.
Okay. Nice.
Nice.
It is a very nice beer.
I think it was a light beer.
Yeah.
Light pale ale. Yeah,
I would consider it a lager.
light pale lager.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So overall, this has been a good year.
Mm-hmm.
I've had great
Yeah.
memories. I'm sure David and Danny.
Yeah. We're very excited to have Ernest join us on this podcast,
Yeah, it's
and
been a pleasure, guys. I'm
we're
gonna
looking
stay
for
here.
better episodes, new ideas in 2017. So, guys, stay tuned. And
Yeah, and the whole thing about this podcast is that we want you to explore different beers besides what you get at your... I mean,
Your local,
besides
yeah.
your Budweiser, Bud Light.
your big famous beers, yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Oh, and I wanted to clear up one thing, guys. We're not beer aficionados. We're just normal guys
That's
that
right.
love to try beer. We don't have fancy vocabulary words. We're gonna explain beer
As
to
you
you
can
guys
see, as you can
as
hear
a normal
from
Joe,
everything.
okay? So a lot of you might start hating. Oh, what does this guy sound like? Blah blah blah. Dude, we're just normal guys.
Yeah.
And
we
we're gonna
like-
explain. We're gonna dumb it down to so someone can understand. The majority of people can understand us.
But
So.
we're gonna get better. We're only gonna get better
Yeah.
as we keep going. So that's what 2017 is about.
there you
Us
go.
being amazing, and we're gonna get more viewers. We
We
know
already
that
amazing.
we already are amazing. So
Yeah.
you know.
and
So we want to thank you guys for listening, and
we like craft beer.
we like craft beer. So
Yeah,
thank you guys for
thank you for
listening.
We're actually not hipsters.
Okay, Danny.
But, girl, we can make your hipster.
Okay, so Danny, since we want to talk a lot, close us out, Danny, please.
So,
Thank you guys for listening to Tipsy Texan podcast. Remember, check us out on Instagram and send us your suggestions on email.
on Gmail.
Our Gmail.
Tipsy
Tipsy Texan podcast at
gmail.com.
gmail.com. And this is your host, David.
Daniel.
And Ernesto.
And this is Tipsy
Texans.
Out.